Seals are good. Oxygen's good. Just do what you did last time, and you're fine. Follow my one simple rule. Hella, what's my one simple rule?
Listen to Lynn. Boss lady knows best.
Exactly. Listen to me. Mining's just like any other job. Go steady, go safe, go home with a pocket full of credits at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally. It's just like, now working the Star Dock. Except with more cave-ins, lasers, and accidental dismemberment.
Very helpful. Thank you.
You're gonna be fine. Your first outing was solid. And, let's be honest, it ain't exactly astrophysics.
That's why I keep him around. Good pep talks.
Yeah, and the fact that I can pinpoint a helium deposit from 300 meters.
Not untrue. A shame we won't find any down here. But the metal deposits alone should pay for our own helium. Hell, after this, we'll have enough jump fuel to bounce from one end of the settled systems to the next.
Hey, more minerals, more money. And so the cycle repeats itself. Just no more unauthorized jumps in a house for room space, okay?
He's just a big baby. There are worse lives. Most Dusties don't even make it this far. I have a good feeling about you.
Group hug now or at the end of the shift?
One of these days, Hella, I am going to leave you behind.
Promises, promises.
Still getting weird gravity readings. I guess that's a good thing. Just keep going.
Do you see anything? Dusty, snap out of it!
Hey, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
I forgot Explorer was on your application. Must have been slow work when you don't have a ship. Well, you got the sample. Client's on his way, then we all get paid. You remember anything that happened? Huh. Well, you passed out, that's for sure. Everything else... Either way, we got...
All this trouble for that stupid thing?
Never mind what it looked... Speak of the devil. Look, just hand over the credits, and I'll be happy to never see this thing, or you, ever again.
That's why I like you, Lynn. All business.
Barrett, the scanners on the frontier are reporting a ship coming in hot from orbit.
I really thought I lost them.
Barrett?
That's the Crimson Fleet!
Just like the emergency
Okay, take cover. Take cover.
Are you hearing things? There's someone nearby.
The Crimson Fleet hit us.
Of course Barrett was being followed.
Now, that was some fine work under pressure. You dug up the artifact, right? That means you're coming with me to Constellation. Marvelous.
Oh, no, Barrett. No.
All right. I guess I did just put... How about I stay and I send... Soon as he touched that rock, something...
Fine. It's a deal. Get out of here, Dusty. You're on to bigger things. Just go. Before I say something I regret.
Well, now that that's settled... Vasco! Get him to the lodge!
Indigo. Again. Very well.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there. And it even tells the time. Hey, look at that. The watch fits you perfectly. Now, what? Vasco! Don't let him break my ship!
I assume you know how to fly a Class A starship. As Barrett likes to say, it's as easy as learning to ride a bike. I will attempt to boost the shields, just in case there are any difficulties. Shields ready. The rest is up to you. To test all controls and systems to ensure they are not on the verge of catastrophic failure. I can step you through the entire process, or if you're already an experienced pilot, just power up all the systems and we'll be on our way.
Been looking for you. I can assure you this
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been. Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside. Everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, please. Ridiculous. We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
Ugh, this is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noelle, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head. So, are you ready to get... We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively That means people can pass them around. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Felt the same way when I started too. But it's not just that. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, every member of Constellation is their own. Good. Let's take a little
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? All right. Can't blame me for trying.
It's a game we play. He asks.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera.
The Sol System? Which admiral?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been shown. Sol system has a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be...
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between... Anything for Sarah. UC always...
Oh, brother.
I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come...
For an entire year, and I'm convinced I'll never get used to the dusty air.
on the hull. Multiple
Over here.
leads in the grav drive.
There's something we need to
That would explain the brownout.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
Ever been to Aquila?
Sorry?
No security.
What do you mean there's no link?
Hello, what do we have here? See that cluster of ships? Varun Zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great... I'll let you guess what happens. No, but I think I see... There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships. If we can get close enough to it, we could download its... Exactly. Minimal ship power. Go slow. We grab the data on that satellite... Oh, great serpent, bless this communion that we may walk in Janan Verun's footsteps. That he jumped from the soul system out into the beyond and touched your magnificence. That he learned the truth of the shrouding, the coming eternal embrace. That you will reward the promised and cast the accursed into shadow.
affiliated ships. I'm heading to the Nova Galactic Star Yard orbiting Earth's moon. Yeah, I know. The whole place is decommissioned. But I need parts for emergency repairs. Hopefully it hasn't been picked clean yet.
Oh, that's not good. Earth and everything around it was abandoned a long time ago, and the old star yards are crawling with spacers and other scavengers.
Star Yard, still orbiting Earth's moon. This is where the first interstellar ships were made. People still use their modules, even though their Star Yard hasn't been running in forever. Keep your weapons ready. Never know who else might be scavenging there.
Around here and someone else came in and said hello. This will be your last encounter with a spacer crew. They pillage abandoned facilities and shoot anyone who gets in their way. Wait, did you hear that? That was an ecliptic mercenary. What are they doing here?
Vanguard Moira? Sorry if I had to reclaim some UC property, but this whole Star Yard is overrun. I've patched up my ship, and I'm heading to Neptune. Going to put in another request to get the fleet out here to deal with these spacers. But until then, if any of you thugs are listening, I'm the damn ghost stealing your stuff in the night. Clear out while you have the chance.
It's actually not a bad plan. Much better odds of scoring one of them. Cowards. Wait, you see that? There's a ship just drifting out there. No time to take in the sights. That could be our vanguard. Something's wrong. The ship's weapons are powering up. Get ready!
Vanguard to civilian ship. Come in.
If you stop shooting at us, we'd be more than happy to respond.
It's not me. Mercs hijacked my ship. White-lined a couple of them, but they've locked me down. Really could use an assist.
We blow that ship out of the stars, he's dead and our artifacts are gone. We're going to have to board. Target the engines. Once they stall out, we'll have our chance.
Am I glad to meet whoever you two are? What? You guys still exist?
We've heard stories too, about a strange object you found on patrol.
So, you know what that thing is. I tried to hawk it in Sidonia, and the guy thought I was peddling phony titanium.
It doesn't play nice with scanners. It'd be worthless to someone trying to flip rare minerals quickly.
So you're saying I shouldn't be using it as a hood ornament? Hey, I'll trade some weird space rock for a rescue anytime. Hope you figure out whatever that thing is.
Let's grab the artifact. Good work. Let's get back to the lodge. Hell of a city, isn't it? There's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
We have it. Go ahead. Do the honors.
It fits! Energy spiked a bit, but it's restabilized.
Is there anything new showing up?
No, it's the same as before. There's a massive output as the artifact is added, then it harmonizes. Like it's waiting for the others.
That's speculation, but I think you're right. We need more. Here. You've earned this. Welcome to Constellation. As a full member this time. We're going to do great things together. All of us. By the way, how would you like to keep traveling together? I'm not sitting behind my desk for this. These artifacts are a new chapter for Constellation, and I'm going to be out there for it. And I want you out there as well. You got results. I need someone like you watching my back. All right. We've got a few more leads we should talk about. First, there's an expedition that Samco has been putting together. It's in Freestar Collective Space, and he knows it inside. There's also the Eye, our star station in orbit. About time for you to meet Vladimir. He's been hard at work tracking down more anomalies. And last but not least, Noel. Have we heard anything from Barrett yet?
A courier from Argos Extractors came by to let us know they're packing up the operation on Vectera. But that's it, no other word.
That's not good. We should... Have something for me? Oh, that's right. He wasn't here when you first showed up. I'll let him handle the introductions. His mind is always somewhere, but too bad he couldn't see the artifact. We maintain a star station in orbit above us. It's where we do all our deep space scanning. Vladimir runs the station. Bye-bye.
I cannot wait to meet him.
And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family. Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet anyone brave enough to...
Know a thing or two about spacecraft, do we?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Now, let's talk business. Sure enough, that's where we're at. The three of us are heading to Aquila, for a settled planet of the Freestar Collective, and not... We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontiers are... And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Okay, we'll meet you on board your ship. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do it...
Akila would be a quaint world to retire on, if the damn wildlife wasn't so hostile.
All right, we're here. You ready? There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think. After Planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila. And he found it. He called it the Empty Nest. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local Galban.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, well. Sam Coe finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? And what's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you. Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter. Come to help Sam loot his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy.
All right, that's enough. Come on.
Welcome home.
Give me a sec. You're flying in the face of my 30-plus years.
What is it this time, Con? Well, that's not your decision, is it? Well, it's not your place to butt in. Can't believe I'm saying this. They're in the other room. Here. Key.
All right, let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting... There. Found it. Well, you ain't wrong. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shawgang. Well, just remember, it's about the artifact, not them. Let's get to that cave.
I think that's far enough.
You must be Shaw.
What I am is disappointed. Now you got past my crew, who I pay, grabbed something from that weird cave, probably whatever's been. Now, let's talk about what... Oh, really? Don't bullshit me, Constellation. I see you again.
Boss, it's the Ashta.
This is your fault! You better lend us a hand!
I am at your service, Captain.
Just what are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
I hear that. Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever... Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot... Likewise, you know where to find us.
So does Bosco belong to you now, or does he still belong to me?
This is Constellation Star Station LO-868. Welcome aboard. Got your ping loud as a bell. Eyes ready to let you aboard.
We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation getting... Gotta pass the out. Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together. Probably would have just... Now, this station, the Eye, rigged up for deep space scan. But the data takes a slow ride along the Sea of Light. You won't be the only constellation out there. Mateo went out recently, but Andreja, it's been a while. She should be at one of the 2 sites I've marked on your star map. Can take care. Anyway, hopefully you'll be happy hunting. Usually it doesn't. It's a long tale. Thought I was going to see life. If you do go there.
Don't come any closer. Identify yourself.
You are from Constellation.
You are the newest member, yes? Perhaps. We waste time. We should complete... You did not respond when I called to you after you pulled out the artifact. Does that mean Barrett's theory and experience were correct? The artifact grants the first person who touches it a vision? The fact that it has happened to both you and Barrett is already more than we had before. I think it is important that we discuss what you saw back there. That man. It was, yes. I appreciate a very practical outlook, not one I find is shared amongst members of Argos. I do not have experience with this. We both seem to be... Please, I would ask that you not mention... This is not the first time that... Well, it has been a while since I was given an Mom, this means we are... I will finish here and return to New Atlantis when I can. You should...
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Look at you two. They could be... I catch myself. Maybe that's how our ancestors...
They didn't just gawk at the stars, Mateo. They explored.
I disagree. What's the point of science if not to enable humanity?
Not every dream is a pleasant one. I agree with Noel. The work is what moves us forward.
You're with me, right? Science or dreams? Which one is the true muse of space exploration? Exactly. We can't forget.
Genes and evolution are what made us human.
You know what? I just realized.
I do not mind being asked, but I do agree that we accomplished something. I have no objections.
Noel, pulling some interesting data from those new artifacts. Tell the Rook to meet me back on board the station.
Oh, then thank you, but it was not necessary. We succeeded.
Now that those artifacts aren't just blips of the grav anomaly generated by one of those artifacts? Alright, let me transfer over the data. But, going to send you the mark close as I can. But I'm having Don't know what you'll find. Keep your eyes. And from there, maybe you catch us.
they moving? They seem to react to us. To the lodge.
To be back. It will be good to have a moment to relax.
Crix's bones. Look at you.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans. Like, right now.
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tail. An entire building
Vladimir, look at these readings.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Everyone saw that, right?
Like a literal gift from the heavens.
And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
Got no old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird. So we have artifacts.
But we do not understand.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scans. Magic. But sifting through all the... Don't think it's just fortune. Plenty to think about.
Well, Cartwright, pilfered any priceless antiquities lately?
Very funny, Walter. You know Constellation's been keeping me busy.
Right, sure. You're telling me...
I am at your service, Captain.
Well... okay.
It would seem that the work here has come to an end. Well, you're back. Don't you lin me. I thought things had already gone sideways, but no, that was just the beginning. More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time. Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties, they didn't make it. You're right. You tell yourself you think if you're strict with them that they'll focus on the work. Anyway, I was pinned down behind some crates with Barrett. I started steeling myself to go out fighting. Then For some, perhaps. Barrett is quite capable. All things considered. Next thing I know, two of the pirates drags him out into the open at gunpoint and demands to talk. And that's when they brought out Hela. I didn't overhear everything, but after that, and that's the last I saw. They could have grav jumped anywhere. I tried. You want to try it? Go ahead. I've lost...
be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump calculations before we're out of range. Out of range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up? Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never.
What good is sending a transmission down there? You gonna tell Lynn how royally screwed we both are? She doesn't even have a ship.
You underestimate how many of my admirers there are in the galaxy, Heller. One of them is bound to show up, looking to reunite with this handsome face.
We're doomed. Capital D, doomed.
Got it, okay. Whoever finds this, I'm attaching the interstellar coordinates to the metadata on the transmission. Rescue us. Repeat, rescue us.
Can't believe we got into this mess.
Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump calculations before we're out of range.
Out of range of what?
Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up? Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never.
What good is sending a transmission down there? You tell me how royally screwed we both are? She doesn't even have a ship.
You underestimate how many of my admirers there are in the galaxy, Heller. One of them is bound to show up, looking to reunite with this handsome face.
We're doomed. Capital D, doomed.
Got it, okay. Whoever finds this, I'm attaching the interstellar coordinates to the metadata on the transmission. Rescue us. Repeat, rescue us.
So, you actually get that computer working again? What? Let me see that. Funny. Even though... Okay. Let me send you the location data embedded in the transmission. Be a while before Argos comes to pick me up. I'll be here if you need me. And hey, if you ever need a little extra help... Seems like you've been keeping busy, Dusty. My contract's up with Argos and... works for me. I'm not fussy about this. Right. I'll get to work. Let's catch up later. Back in our own ship.
Oh, hey, it's you. And here I thought you... Considering the spaceship wreckage, you mean? Yeah, hey, you know, when I... Man, I was so terrified when I got pulled on board. There it was all. Oh, he tells me we need to start pretending to fight each other. I just remember him shouting, "This kid is a killer." I mean, I didn't think it would work, but they came in. Bingo. Blasted the pilot. I blacked out. You miss the fun part, Heller. I mean, I go through all the trouble of saving your butt, and you weren't even awake to notice. Then he did the little finger. Oh yeah, probably should have talked. So, I was and then real. I was drifting in and out, but got a signal from the ship before. Hey, yeah, just give me a minute. I think. Let me know when you want to head. Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? Phew, oh, I'm glad to hear you say that.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett.
Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move! He's trying to figure out our destination, probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah, thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down. I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
Be taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Physics kind of turn into subjective. Holy shit. You actually found me.
I do not understand. Is Barrett being held hostage or not?
Well, this is turning into a regular Constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks. You know, it's actually been kind of nice. Matsura the Grim here is a great host.
No sense letting people's last moments be unpleasant.
See, that's what I like about you, Matsura. A real Renaissance man.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange? You want me to end all? He has been more entertaining. Barrett has some good friends, it seems.
It's been a real pleasure, Matsura.
Nothing else, Constellation does have excellent lodging.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Barrett, we were worried sick.
Hi.
Well, some of us were.
I see what you did there, Walter. And I know you've been secretly crying into your piles of money just waiting for my return.
Actually, Walter has been complaining about you more than usual, which is always a sign when he's working.
Don't start, country.
Wait, is that? And to think the first artifact was taking up dust on the library shelf. Now look at them all.
Hello.
You feel it a bit, can't you? So hey, I'm still not. Why don't I stick around? You don't want to get dragged down in the gravity of my Jeep?
If you have a moment, I have something I'd like to discuss.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective. As possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
I must admit, you've surprised me. I want you for a little... It's about an artifact. Our seller is a freelance op. I just need a little more presence. That settles it then. We just need to make a...
As long as the drinking comes after the negotiation, or whatever this is going to entail.
It'll be easy, I promise. Just let me know. To the Volai star system, then. Smell that? We need to stop by the Stroud-Ekman offices. There's...
The effort to make this place livable is astounding. There's no end what can be accomplished when there are credits to be made. Very proud of his business. And he should be. His ships are very high quality.
It's all right. I just need to have a short chat with my counterpart. Is she in today?
Yes. Allow me to bust you in, sir.
Walter.
Issa.
Shall we continue from last time? The luxury cruise line market is completely outside of our core competencies. Investing into it is a mistake.
No, I'm here about... Wait a minute, a mistake. Our ship designers are the best in the settled systems.
They design personal craft and military ships, Walter. Large-scale accommodations and hospitality is a completely different beast. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here I am arguing with my partner. And you, Issa Eklund. Ah, yes, the daring explorers. My...
There's no need to go into that.
Yes? Why are you here?
It's the discretionary.
Oh, this wouldn't have anything.
I never said that. Did you have an agent hack into my files again?
Only after you had one hack into mine. A remarkably insecure
That was the point. Neutral terror.
with no leverage. Oh, you must let me help.
I have this all taken care of.
Some investigation into the cellar. What's motivating them? Then, some preliminary casing of the Astral Lounge for security flaws. Give you the advantage if things go wrong.
Bribe a few bouncers, alter the codes on the doors.
Yes, exactly. I hate being selfish, but I would like some time with my husband.
James Newell is the broker who knows our... And it shouldn't be hard to find. Meet me back here. I'm going to be present for the negotiation. I missed you too.
You're still so tense. Normally, once we're alone, your shoulders relax. They're taut.
We're on to something remarkable. Maybe what I've always dreamed of.
I can tell. I can see your mind racing.
I haven't even stopped to ask you how you're doing.
I'm fine. The board complains, I assure them. There's the occasional assassination attempt.
So, you don't need anything from me then?
I don't.
Am I just some useless stargazer? you would have better off marrying a Hope or a Tayo, someone who could be with you at every meeting.
Oh, don't go on about that again. Needing you isn't the same as wanting you. And I'd much rather want my partner than need them. Less complicated.
I know Constellation seems to take up so much of my time, but I never stop thinking of you, wondering what maneuvering you're doing to take over the company and drive me out.
It's how I show my love.
Is everything ready? To the Astral Lounge. Goodbye, my dear. See you at the next...
Oh, I'll be keeping an eye on this.
So you're Stroud. You look different in person.
Our public relations always insists on doing some type.
Your security here going to stand or sit for this little meeting, making me nervous. So polite. Almost makes me forget what planet I'm on.
Am I to assume that briefcase has our item of interest?
Yeah, here it is.
Well, look at that.
One of a kind, and I know you want it.
I have the amount we agreed on.
Things have...
Now, how am I supposed to do that?
I don't know, but your security here's... Oh, really? And how...
Does it matter? We know you're in a fix, and we're still...
I got people after me, okay? I can't just settle on what...
That's not our problem. We came here expecting one of them.
You telling me Walter Stroud ain't... I leave now. I can get a jump start on the people after me.
You'd be on your way already if you just take the money I'm offering.
All right. You win. Hand over...
Well done. Some high-pressure tactics, but we got what we were after. Time to go home. Shall we?
Stop right there. You're in possession of Slayton Aerospace property.
We don't need to do this. All's fair on Neon. Am I right?
Hand over Mr. Slayton's property. Now. It's my employer's property. That's all I need to know. You gonna make me shoot you? I'm listening. Huh.
Sending our men into the Astral Lounge. Slayton must be serious about getting the artifact back. We'd better get off the planet quickly. Something's gone wrong, hasn't it?
Slayton has put a bounty on your heads. He squeezed a few paw.
There goes our way out. Agreed. Have a talk with the man himself.
Slayton Aerospace has offices here in the trade tower.
Let's head to their lobby, shall we? Wait. This clearly isn't the executive level. He's on to us.
Walter, taking what's mine and then breaking into my office. A bold move, but one easily countered.
Oh, we're trapped.
Hello, Walter, dear, are you there?
Issa?
Took longer than I'd like, but I managed to pay off one of Slayton's security consultants. They've patched me in.
All right, we've got her out. Once the door's open, just follow her instructions, okay? I'm aware of the irony of me.
In 3, 2, 1. Sladen's guards and employees are all over. Be careful. Okay. You'll want to use the vent system to slip around unnoticed. There's a cover just to the right of the elevator you came in on.
Oh, the whole place smells of fish. You would think that would keep people away.
You know, it's moments like this that really... You steal what's... You have what's mine. Although, I do admit, having...
How are your quarterlies looking, Nicholas? Perhaps we can add...
Yes, I think that could be... Mr. Musgrove, my former employee, and the thief. I think it would... If you wish, you...
It seems reasonable that a thief face some form of punishment, does it not?
My security brought Musgrove to my office. I'm sure seeing you again will be an allusion to your...
We have an opportunity to spare a man's life. I know he probably would do the same.
Oh no. Please, I was just trying to sell a product.
Be lenient. We would take...
Use this opportunity to alter the trajectory of your life. You may not receive another...
A rare moment of compassion.
Time to go. Let's talk more back at the ship.
You hold something you have no right to. Mine?
Hold.
You see much. But our ship is we are the stone.
Especially not you, determines our worth. Tell us, please. What are the artifacts?
Answering your questions is exactly what we can. The more you understand.
How could just knowing what you are...
Our distance from you is the whole...
I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that ship is far above the normal range. If we spin up the grav drive now, we have a chance. We'll get through this. Hold on!
Give up your search for answers.
How about you? But I've never heard of these stars.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Regroup at the lodge immediately. Tell Noel to analyze the data off the ship's sensors.
You are clear.
Uses me to think about what goes on here, right under the United Colonies' collective nose.
How is Neon? Okay. Let me just bring it up on here at the table. Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone, come take a look at this.
That's no faction vessel or Crimson Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Star. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
Not in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for room?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even that. Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing...
You do have a way with words.
Ah, I knew our little family was gaining it.
Noel, start analyzing all the data from the ship sensors. We're in the dark. We need to learn. Until then, we stay the course. All we can do is be more... Vladimir, has the eye picked up anything new?
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready?
All right. Good luck.
Good to see you.
Oh, sorry. Was just doing some math in my head. Trade the gabs with you. You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starboard, ready to head back out there. The Eye can help you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's... Double-check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay? Good luck out there on the fringe. Find myself thinking of the fleet. You know you can take a mark, you don't open calm. But if you're not so sure, you play the bullies. Maybe. Oh, a striker lurking in the shadows has...
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Look at how far we've come.
Mateo, are you?
What if this...
You think we're doing... Don't do this.
These Starborn pushing back against us is simply one more sign that we are onto something important. We cannot abandon the mission now.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame. I just hope that this journey doesn't turn...
Hate to interrupt, but I have a favor to ask. Lot of equipment on the Eye has reached the span's end. If we're going to find more artifacts further out, we need work done. Got the nods and signs from Sarah and Walter for the materials, but I need hands. She's an old station. Be ready for retirement by the stretch of a human life. Took a lot of modifications to tune into the anomalies. Give you the down of it. Worried not all of the repairs we need will take. Compatibility across the years tends to fray. Need more than just the you and I. Asked around. A few
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind if you answers them.
UC originally had all the tech filed and serialed, but we needed a little more of the oomph, so there's a slapdash of Freestar. Expected a few of them to blow us short, but if...
This is my fault. I will stay until it is corrected.
No need for the martyr's clothes, but I'm happy to have the help. As for you, while we're giving the eye the swords, need to tip your ear on an... Revelations got the writ of the righteous. Keeps me young. Don't want to worry anyone, but we got more competition. Not Starborn, rival collector. Captain Petrov owns a salvager vessel called the Scow. Runs it like a palace of novelties. And he's got a new prize in his collection. Reached out through my hand-to-hands to see if we can do an honest swap. He says the rock ain't for sale for any price. Think we're gonna need a crowbar and bag for this one. Left the life of a jack-of-bones behind myself. I know what I'm asking. But I see a clutch prize not up for the... Not sending you lone hook on the job. I want Sam with you on this one. You two will be foot to... Catch a smile out there.
Talk to Petrov. His glorious...
Ah! I wasn't aware we had the visitors.
We have visitors.
Excellent. Now that you've gone to all this trouble to get here, you should make yourself at home. Relax. Kick up your feet on the tables. I don't care they have scorch marks on them anyway. The artifact? Ah, you must mean my latest curio. I have never seen anything like it. Intricate pattern detail. Ah, you are out of luck, my new friend. Tempting. I do love showing off. Oh-ho, you do have a point. Ah, very well. I know. People look at me and say, Petrov, your whole ship is a testament of splendor. Why do you need a special vault? Well, all I can say is that even the greatest collection needs its own private viewing area. Plus, between you and me, there are thieves everywhere. So I spared no expense. Every door between me and my treasures is painful, but that is the price of security, huh? Que sera? Just a bit further. This ship and I have been through some adventures, I'll tell you. I once collected salvage from a Deimos Celestial class while it was exploding. The crew was scraping scorch marks and bits of metal off the hull for weeks. And of course, there was the time I accidentally steered us into a UC Navy vessel after a particularly uproarious celebration of my latest acquisitions of fine art. But we were wedged perfectly between their two thrusters and were able to just kind of push them back into the star yard for repairs. itself. Ah, beautiful, isn't it? The man who sold me this told me that it spoke to him. That holding it for the first time was like drown. Alas, I've held it several times, and my soul is... Oh no. It's only fair to warn you.
Hey, we're not pirates. Except, well, when we really need something. Yeah, that does sound a little piratey, doesn't it?
Then I suppose it's just a question. Go ahead.
I don't see any moves we got left.
I surrender! I surrender! Don't kill me!
We're only doing what we have to.
Done! Stand.
Noelle sure seems worried.
Vladimir! Vlad, come in! Come in! The eye's gone completely dark.
Noelle!
Vladimir!
He already left! Andres! Hello?
Who are you?
They call me the Hunter. I'm already on my... Forget about them! Pack up the collection, move...
He's right. We need to
What about everyone on the eye?
Can't blame you, but...
I don't know how long it's gonna take to pack up the artifacts. Hopefully this will only take a few minutes, if my hands can stop shaking!
Everyone take cover, now.
Where? Do you really expect them to...
You leaving? Gonna barricade the door once you're out. Won't be able to let... You too.
Oh, thank heavens. You're all right. I'll be okay now.
You're... No tears for the old.
He came. Thank you.
Okay. I'll be fine.
Dad! Sam! Sam, we're here! We're here!
You have to keep your eyes open.
No, you can't.
Dad! Dad! Go away! I hate you!
It went... We held him off while Noelle escaped through the
I appear to only be seriously dim. That you are likewise relatively undamaged is also...
Took you. Noelle,
There's a secret door in the basement. Leads right to the well district. That would have been the...
Stay back! Oh, thank God. I still have the artifacts, but...
Ah, there you are. I wasn't expecting you to run to the eye.
You! You're not getting the artifacts!
Yes. Let's see if they can slip from my grasp this time, shall we?
you're back. Thank the blackest sea. So, we slipped from the Starborn's grasp. We need to talk. Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work.
Hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something. Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after. Mateo, I need to be checking everyone's vitals. Now really isn't the time.
I know. Look, we all feel like we've been kicked in. If I may, I know our encounter with Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting... The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important...
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always... Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith.
And it would seem there is nothing to lose in doing so.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but I'll meet you over there.
We can pay to fix the damage.
Thank you for helping me out with the artifacts.
Yes, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to...
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long.
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds? Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity...
Perhaps you should talk about this inside. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational
I caught half of that. So, there have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding. We enter life as an act of someone else's fate. So, you've pushed into the unknown. And I think I can help. If you're willing to find your way in the dark. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the... Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days. But what if the story is... Yes. Something must be there. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlanta. For rune worshippers, I visited her a couple of times.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Wish that bartender at the viewpoint would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
A visitor? I have all... He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant.
It is something, at least, that he has come to speak with you. I suspect few others would.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all that is the truth.
If the Keeper has been to see you, perhaps he has mentioned it?
Yes, I have spoken to your Keeper about... Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false but the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120. That is all. Then we are done. Leave me.
As a tracker agent, my duty is to inform and advise.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing... Oh, we're not.
We understand that you are busy, but this might be...
Listen, I've talked about this with him. Our early records are mostly... But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the... A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. So they think he's a charity case. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of 2 what you're in? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to...
Oh, you're back. Planets are often... What else did you learn? Was there anything else? If there really is a location, the Now. Yes. What he added to infinity. Let's see. We have something that could be infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. And from there, maybe... Before you go, I know you're looking for a specific unity. But what makes something like that holy? And so you think this word unity...
Where does one draw the line between science and revelation? I think we must be careful in how we describe things.
Well, I will...
come aboard. There's another Starborn.
I can speak for my Constellation ship. You weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation, I will personally guarantee your safety.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Good. Hello. Again. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix?
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just...
I don't think you're patient.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some...
We are all in it for ourselves. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with...
For whom, exactly? And who gets to say that? I have debated morality for near infinity. And all rules and laws spoken.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a...
So, I gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. Where I came from, I was the one who ran to the Eye.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became. And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary, and open the way to the Unity. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples. The anarchy.
Here it comes. The emissary...
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They used the chaos caused... I attacked your lodge because I wanted the... That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of... As I have done.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what? You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides. Bingo.
I want a truce. Between all three of us. I will give you some time.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under some... You might think the emissary is on your side, but you're persistent. The emissary and their kind only want to control you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing... There are no rules. Whoever get... I don't kill for the Unity. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. I'll admit, you getting away. As soon as I realized what had happened, to see what would happen, of course. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your... Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through... I took it as a sign. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from up. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with it. The emissary wants to become the judge. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept attending. And it's bad habit I stopped. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my heart.
I'm sure you have. I'll tell you everything I can. It is not an easy experience to describe. But you will be leaving this universe behind. Maybe that's why it offers the... different. I never know who you are when I'm... It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get... We can't let more like him abuse these gifts. When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn. Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. And I am sorry we have not always been forthcoming. I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you...
Good to see you.
Hey, You know. Thank you. I'll have everything set up in...
Mateo told us about your pill.
You found it, Wait.
You can't possibly mean...
Let's take a step back. Could you explain the...
Yes, I wouldn't mind.
And that's why the Starborn want the artifact.
I don't even want to think about the physio...
Plus what it would do.
You have the opportunity to...
One doesn't approach... You're right.
I know this has been a lot for everyone to take in.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale. Let me know when you're ready to follow. These last glimpses from the Eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn. Catch a smile out there.
Oh! Shall we agree that was an unfortunate... I have things I wish to discuss with you. with living.
Research station. You speaking. What is your business here? What? We haven't sent a distress signal. Nothing on the comms. No other ships in the system since our last... Look, what are you trying to pull? Really? The high energy research. Alright. I don't know what's going on. For security, I'm going to have to ask what's inside. Stay with me and don't make... I'll get the door. Step forward. Scan is clear. One moment. Attention all. I am declaring a Korea. All sections are now on lockdown. Senior staff, protocol Delta. Use out. There. Be right with you.
Chief of Security. If you'll follow me, I'll show you to the director. We'll take the back way up. Here, you can see our lovely storage area. Don't touch anything. So, What the? Easy! Easy! What the hell was that? 1 minute, you're following me, and then you're just gone. Minute later, you pop in out of nowhere looking like you were in the middle of a fight. But there's nothing here. I should have never let you inside. What is this? Some kind of stealth tech? Who are you working for? Look, I don't know. Come on, this way.
Who's there? Oh, thank God. Find the distress signal. You picked up... What do you mean? Wait, how did you get... Hughes? No. The accident. Maybe if the probe is still... Right. We were studying 3 months ago. I was calibrating. It caused a gas leak. Sparked a fire. There. The lab was built around a xenolith.
Disappear! We should... Wait, he's back. All right, we're on our way up. Hughes out. I was just filling in the director. Let's keep moving. If anything happens, the director's office is on the 2nd floor, end of the hall. You can't miss it. This way.
Come in. Kaya Patel, Research Director. And this is our Chief Scientist, Maria Hughes. Ethan said you disappeared right in...
Director, you can't be taking this seriously. Look, I don't know who you are. Excuse me?
That is quite a claim. Raphael.
Wait, burned out? The lake. Director, there was a hydrogen.
But if it hadn't...
Another universe, though. An artifact?
You mean the source of the distortion?
Really? That's all you're...
No. Fair. You have a prior connection with... This facility and the research level 2 kilometers beneath us were built 3 months ago, our chief engineer, Raphael.
We still don't know what happened. What do you think? We haven't... The kill switch on the control unit, we could shut it off manually, but the entire How? I told you the research... What?
Clever. In this other universe, Raphael survived. He made it back. Take it. And...
This is crazy.
But first,
We can't shut down the probe, but it's risky. All right.
Then it sounds like we have a plan.
Come with me. The control unit is in the fabrication lab next door. What have we gotten ourselves into?
What happened? What? How? Look, I don't understand any of this. Okay. We can get out through the pantry. Here's the key.
Holy... What the... Security breach! Everybody out! Go!
Run for it!
How should I know? I just want to get out of here. I'm not sure. They're a native species. The fire took out the generators. I was in the lab. I heard that. I jumped back, but I was trapped. If I had gone the other way, I don't know.
What? You realize you just popped into my lock? Sure. Yeah, let me get the... And done. Is there anything else you need? Yes. The original survey team ran across. The Kataxi in the other. I've got an experiment. Haha, I hear you. All right. Yeah. It's never been field tested, but all yours. Bigger than you'd expect. That's right. Has been. The whole system's on ahead.
What, did you get lost in the hall? All right. This is the probe control unit. Most of these controls aren't responding. I'm going to very carefully adjust the settings I can. There's no way to tell what's about to happen. Pay attention and be ready for anything. I'll begin by adjusting the energy feed of the electron beam array. We're at 93 teravolts. Calibrating to 95, 97, 100. Nothing. Let's try the other way. 91, 89. What the? Okay. It looks safe to approach. But what in the world? It's a microdistortion. Flux pattern matches the distortion in the lab. The setting is just exposing it somehow. Step into the distortion, please. Nothing. No, hold on. There's a slight pattern change. Some kind of resonance. Right, stay there. Let me turn the feedback up for a moment. Calibrating to 91. What happened? Are you all right? So, the lower setting causes the distortion. Keep it on the lower setting until you want to shift. And you should. I'd give you my control unit, but I'd love to take a look at that. Right? If you can get down to the research level, disengage the power interlock. Oh, and before you, try not to get lost in the hallway again.
Well then, if you need supplies, I've asked Dr. Barakova. Before you go, there is one other thing we should. If this experiment is the cause of your, what happens then? Exactly. And when you shut, you are the outside observer in the system. Whichever reality you. The question is, if this were. But as the director of the station, I am responsible. You don't have to decide now. But when. Now, it's time you're. With the network offline, we can't shut down the security system. Ethan, unlock the.
Ma'am, research level is still locked down.
I'm aware of that. Good luck, dear.
Excuse me. We don't get many visitors out here.
Hey.
Tatiana Barakova, station's doctor. I can spare a few. Beyond that, I am not your therapist, your psychologist, or your cosmetologist. With what? A splinter? I think I still have a few. Come in. I was just Excuse me? Perhaps you'd care to try a dead-end 6-year surgical residency. And I spend my days treating paper, and now I have to deal with some spacer.
You're back. I mean, Not that I'm not grateful, but why? Yeah, I do. It's not much, but I scrounged up a few things you might still be able to use. You're welcome to anything else you find lying around, too. As for... Now, let's get off this damn rock. I'd really like to get out of here now. There's nothing left here. Come on, let's go.
So, we've this talk of the Quiet. Did you hear that? So, this talk of the and you think it is just that it would seem to me that if this is all true, as whomever does that will then never be able only because they claim it. We must take them at their... What if none of it is true? What if it is all some kind... Even if everything is... Look at who they are. Are you not at all worried that... Now you sound like Sarah, but you are not. I will do my best. We should get back to it. would seem that the occupants left in a hurry. Hopefully for no reason we need to be concerned about.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Canaveral, are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in
coordinated from here.
32 minutes.
Strange to be standing
Afraid
on
the
such
speed of
a
light is on the
unique
slow
bit of
side
history.
these days.
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral?
We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie.
Excited enough to tell me where you got the original data?
Not in a million years, Nova.
Perhaps an elevator will allow us to access what lies beneath all this dust. Dangerously low temperatures here. Keep an eye on your vitals. We can never know whether lives were lost because this ship never launched, but it was built for a reason. Whoever once used this room probably never could have imagined all that has happened since it was built.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. The recent delivery from Mars is unsettling. I was expecting rock samples or maybe fossils of microbial life. Instead, Dr. Victor Isa comes with 2 members of the military. Everything they've brought back is under wraps. What could a theoretical physicist need with a sample from Mars? Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. I've been trying to cozy up to Dr. Isa, Victor, to see what is going on. His team has completely commandeered one of the labs with those 2 military handlers, checking who comes in and out. I joked that maybe he found a little gray man and was doing an autopsy. and he grew very pale. 2 days later, he sends me a request asking for more information on my background in materials science, metallurgical engineering. Oh, we have a meeting tomorrow. I think I'm being invited into the lab. Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was just to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then, I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window. Came from?
There's something wrong with the math? I think it's quite straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the gravitational effects, no motion graph to explain its harmonic frequencies. I can't even establish a melting point.
Judith.
But you've had me building these prototype colliders for months. And now you want me to pump helium-3 into it based on this equation you've written on a goddamn napkin?
I just need you to trust me.
I have been trusting you. We keep slamming our heads against a brick wall, getting nothing. And you keep coming up with something new to try. Like, you know what's going to happen. Where are you getting your information, Victor?
I'm sorry, Judith. Look, not here, okay? Somewhere off base. I'll tell you everything. But I'm not lying, okay? We're going to discover something important here. I promise.
If we could show them all that we have learned. This facility covered quite a range of disciplines, but I must not have been kind to it. Vasco would see his likeness in this model? Of this facility is massive. I wonder how many knew how big it really was.
Project Log, Dr. Victor Isa. We turned on the prototype today. The gravitational field around it began to fold as we long suspected. Complete reversal of gravitational pull was observed on dozens of loose objects around the lab. I'm setting up a meeting with the directors.
Project Log, Dr. Judith Tatien. I watched the gravjet tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing androids of drives, expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming and worrying. It could take years, decades, before we know what all the side effects of operating a grav drive can be, but no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
We must be nearing the artifact, if it is here. We should not give up now. Whoever once used this room probably...
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was just to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window.
I was very proud of all that it accomplished.
I just don't understand where these calculations came from.
There's something wrong with the math? I think it's quite straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the gravitational effects. No motion graph to explain its harmonic frequencies. I can't even establish a working point.
Looks like early testing for planetary
I've been building these
habitats.
prototype colliders for months. And now you want me to pump helium-3 into it based on this equation you've written on a goddamn napkin?
I just need you to trust me.
I have been trusting you.
This facility covered
We
quite
keep
a range
slamming our
of
heads against a brick wall, getting
I've
nothing.
been kind to it.
And you keep coming up with something new to try. Like, you know what's going to happen. getting your information, Victor?
I'm sorry, Judith. Look, not here, okay? Somewhere off base. I'll tell you everything. But I'm not lying, okay? We're going to discover something important here. I promise.
Of this facility is massive. I wonder how many knew how big it really was.
Project log. Dr. Victor Isa. We turned...
Project log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the gravgel tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing androids of drives. Expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond.
We should not give up now.
Also overwhelming and worrying. It could take years, decades, before we know what all these side effects of operating a grav drive can be. But no one wants to hear that right now.
I never actually got to visit your labs back when we were working on the grav drive projects.
Seems like ancient history now. Only thing we're doing these days is launching weather satellites.
Guess this is as good a retirement as any. Now, Project Demeter, you want our help manufacturing scanners to better track these new meteorological patterns we're seeing.
Our guess is that the poles might be naturally shifting, causing some gravitational fluctuations that are throwing off our old models.
Why do you need the scanning tolerances to be so small? What are you trying to find?
I just want to be sure. It's not like we're doing much these days anyway. The glory days are over. Why not give ourselves a challenge before they write us off in the history books?
I know what I'm seeing, Victor. The data coming back from the satellites is very clear. It's the grav drives.
All those jumps from the moon. At this rate, Earth's atmosphere is going to start sputtering out into space.
Can the drives be fixed?
I'm working on some designs that should discreetly solve the problem, under the guise of an emergency update to the fueling pumps.
We're talking about the end of Earth, and you're trying to be subtle about it.
Judith, the last thing we need is people losing faith in grav drive technology. That might be our only option.
To what? Are you seriously saying we should abandon Earth?
The timeline is under 50 years. A blink of an eye for a planet, but more than enough time for a human exodus.
And what do we tell people?
We say it's an act of God, one that science has found a solution for. Time for humanity to take its place in the stars.
You knew, didn't you? You lied to me. All this time, I dedicated my life to this discovery, Victor. And you knew we were going to kill off our planet?
You haven't seen the future I've seen. There's an infinite expanse of promise out there. A meteor could hit Earth, a plague, another world war. Colonizing other galaxies secures humanity's future for all coming generations, across all time.
At the expense of our home.
Stop it, both of you. All that matters.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa. And if you're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars, but I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first, but I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time. I met myself. He told me everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone has forgotten about the real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I hope you make better use of it than I did.
found. And it looks like other Starborn got here before us. So, you might have company. you understand now why I asked you to come here?
An easy trade, honestly. Why have one world when you can... Assuming we weren't going to lose it anyway. War, disease, famine, all the classics.
Don't you see? The power of the artifact forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? What gave Victor Isa the right?
You see the hypocrisy in what the emissary is saying, right? They don't want to rob people of their...
In the wrong hands, the power of the artifacts can make anyone a tyrant. Join me, old friend.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not his old friend, remember? Okay. I couldn't win you over on philosophy. And you might not understand why, but I want you to succeed. Well, look at that.
You've made your choice. When you're ready, the hunter and I...
Meaning, we'll kill you. But hey...
Another planet without native life. All we need to concern ourselves with then is other visitors.
Okay, you're up. If something goes wrong in there, we'll come get you.
Why would anything go wrong?
Catastrophic damage.
We have visitors!
We have visitors.
Welcome! I'm impressed. You don't deserve the... It's more than... You think you have a right?
gaze into the abyss of the infinite. Well, here we are, ready to kill each other for the artifact. As always.
I'm sorry it's come to this.
Let's not wait to find.
It ends here.
Not so high and mighty now, are they? All
all that power and knowledge, and look where it got me.
Winner takes all is the prince, is it not? So, the unity awaits. I do not know if I would say the same. Do you think we will see each other? I do too. But the MS... If we do not see each other again, then...
Anything I can do for you? Hey, what's going on? See ya.
How have you been? You look well. Make it quick. We have work to do. I never considered anything else. Longest I've spent above ground was the year and a half. I prefer to keep my boots full of dust. Best of luck out there.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity. A thought occurs. Can anyone ever truly experience reality outside of oneself? All of time and space filters through a singular perspective. I am as much you as you are a part of everything. All points connect to here. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret? That's good. You will need that clarity for what comes next. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you. That something that makes you unique amongst the infinite will explode like a supernova. A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind forever. Do you understand what I mean? This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind. Much like the death of a star creates new kinds of matter, that part is what becomes Starborn and crosses into the multiverse. Walk into the gate of light, and you... But that isn't your only potential destiny. You could turn around, walk away from the Unity until the stars fade away. I have enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version. As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving. As the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. It has been good to see you. By defeating both the Hunter and the Emissary, the path to the Unity in this universe is left for the people of the settled systems to discover on their own, uninterrupted by powerful Starborn.